Hey guys, welcome back. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to go over God blocking in the Power Wing Beast Offensive video series. So let's jump right in. For you guys that don't know what God blocking is, GOD stands for Inside Gap, On and Down, and it's a blocking rule to let your linemen know who they should block, and it's a progression that they go through with defensive linemen or linebackers to basically help them know who they should block on a particular play. Now, I run quite a few different blocking rules based on the play and the defense. So God really is my base blocking call. And a lot of folks use this as their base blocking call and pretty much mainly their only blocking call, but I've moved off into several others. I've got some variations of GOD that we'll go over here too, but let's get kind of right into kind of how the rules work and all that good stuff. So let me get a pen out here, and I'll go with, I think I'll go with green here. So this first series, I've got three groups here to talk about. So right now I just got a left guard and a left tackle. And basically if I'm the left guard, what I'm going to do is go through my rule progression, and this is kind of the drill. You can set this up with players and have them go through these rules. So as a left guard, I'm going to go inside gap, and yep, there's a guy there, so I block him. And if there's a guy on, I still block my inside gap. So I've got my inside gap guy sitting here, because the center would be here. There's the inside. He goes down. Now for the left tackle, it becomes a little bit more interesting because he's got some things going on. He's got a linebacker on him, but he's off the line, and he's got a guy outside of him. So his rule is still GOD. Now, God is mainly for the linemen, defensive linemen. For God, we don't really have them go after linebackers, and I've got another variant call which we'll go over in a minute. So the left tackle will go inside gap, no, on, no, and then he's got a down block here. And what I call down is basically, down for me is if there's a defender within two gaps. So there's one and there's two. There's a defender. The left tackle is going down to help double team that, because God's really trying to set up double teams and then backing that double team off into the linebacker. So that's that first set. Let's go to the next set and see what we got. Left guard goes inside gap is a no. On is a yes. So that's who he blocks. He blocks that guy there. The left tackle would go inside gap, yes, and that's who he's got. So those are yeses. Okay? And then, so the third group here, the left guard says inside gap, no, on, no, but down, because there's a guy within basically one or two gaps for him. He's going to help the center double team that nose guard. Now the left tackle actually has something interesting here. He's got a guy on his inside gap and a guy on. And who should he block? The rule says you block the inside gap person first, because basically what we're hoping is out here, there's a tight end, there'll be a guy outside, the tight end would then probably get that guy that's on the left tackle there. So that's the first kind of GOD rules that you've got there. And I think that goes over a lot of those rules. I think I covered how all the variations there. Hopefully I did. But you should get the idea of how GOD works. And you need to explain to your guys that gap means inside gap, and I name the football so the offensive line knows the inside name of the name of the football is inside down. And so if you say look inside, block down, block inside, block down, that's all going toward the football, and that's where they're going. So that's GOD. Now I've got a next variant because I started out with GOD. The next variant in this is gold. And it's inside gap on linebacker down. And this came out of GOL. A lot of folks gap on linebacker. I like to have the D on the end, but you can, if you just want to have GOL, that's fine. But GOL D is down for me, down defender, go after somebody there. So it's kind of like a double D there on the end. So again, we've got 3 sets of people here for gold. And it's similar to God, but now you can go after some linebackers. And so if they're in like a 4-4 or a 5-3, gold really works out because you can get to the linebackers a little bit easier instead of having your linemen double team some of these guys. So this first group here, you've got your left guard. He goes inside gap. That's a yes. So he takes him. The left tackle, he's going to go through his rule progression. Inside gap is a no, on is a yes. So on is a no, but he's got a linebacker here, which is the yes. So he goes after the linebacker there. And then in the next scenario here, you've got your guard. He's gap no, on yes. He's got this guy here. The left tackle goes gap. He's got yes. Even though he's got the linebacker there, he always takes the first yes in the progression. You always take the first yes in your rule progression here. So this next one here, you've got your left guard inside gap, no, on no, linebacker no, but he's got a guy with 1, 2 gaps. He's going to help the center with the nose guard. And then your left tackle again is in a situation here with these 2 guys basically stacked up in his gap and on him, but he's got to take the inside gap, and that's a yes. And hopefully the tight end doesn't have somebody sitting over top of him, and even he's going to have to take this guy. So that's where that is on gold. Okie dokie. And then the next variation is what I call godly. And this is where we're trying to get double team chips on godly. Gap on down, linebacker. And so what I'm trying to do is get chips here. And so you can see this in this first series, which is right here. You've got brought a center in to help us look at this. So there's a guard here, and he goes gap no, on yes. So he's got that. But the left tackle, he's got gap on down, linebacker, and he's going to block him to the inside. He's got gap no, on no, down yes. He can help out this guard. So we want him to chip off on this guard, help him get this guy moving, and then try to get off onto this linebacker here and block him down inside. And so that really helps the guys understand, God, I want just pure double teams. It's probably short yardage, or we're really going for 3 or 4 yards. If they get off to a linebacker, that's fine. But I'm really more concerned with, because they're probably in a 7-man front, 8-man front, 6-man front. We want all those double teams to occur on God. Gold, they're more into maybe a 5-3 or 4-4, 5-2 kind of thing. We want to get our guys definitely off onto linebackers quick. On godly, I may have some bigger linemen at D linemen at O tackle and things, or D guards, and I want to help get chip. I want to help to get a chip on a lineman, but then go for linebackers, and that's the separation here on godly. And the same thing let's see, we've got here in the number 2 situation, you've got the left guard going gap no, on no, down yes, because you're 1 and he's 2 in here in this gap. He's going off there. The left tackle is gap no, on no, down. Now see, he's more than 2 gaps over here. He's way over there. So I'm not going to have the left tackle go after that guy, because here's 1, 2, this is 3 gaps over. So now he's definitely going after the linebacker and blocking him inside. In the third situation, I've got the guard going gap, no, on no, down yes. We've got the down here. And then I've got the left tackle going gap no, on no, 1, 2, that's a no. And then he's going to go after the near linebacker. And if this guy's already flowed out, he's going to pick up the second linebacker here, but he's coming after these 2 linebackers here in this situation. So that's all I've got there. So again, God is gap on down, and it's always inside gap. And you go through the progression. Is somebody in my inside gap? Yes or no. Is somebody on is head up on me? Yes or no. And is somebody down within my gap or the next gap? I'm going to help block down. And if there's nobody, and then if somebody says, well, hey, there's nobody down there, then what do I do? We want them blocking down the line and then maybe picking up a linebacker. And that's really where Godly came into, and so that's that. And again, gold, it came out of GOL. We wanted them to go after linebackers, but if they can help chip off and come off a linebacker, or they can go right at the linebacker, that's what we're looking for them to do in goal. And then Godly is the chip off. And so that's the separation in those 3. They're all very similar. Some of you guys just may want to teach God. But I've gotten to where I want to make sure specifically what my guys are doing so they know, hey, I want you to go get a linebacker, or on Godly, we want you to double team and then chip off and go get a linebacker. So it's really up to you. And those are the God variations that I'm using. There's one other thing on God, and it makes everything real simple, and I'll probably go over this. We have what's called just a jaw block, and that's where here's the center, and here's the line here. It's really just a simplified God. Everybody just tracks to the inside. It's not a wedge, but everybody just basically picks a track, an inside angle block, and everybody inside angle blocks, and that's called jaw. And it's very similar to God. It's just a little bit more simplified. That works out great for younger kids that don't know the rules. It's like, hey, we're just going to all inside track. And it's really great for plays that are off tackle. So there's actually 3 GOD variations: God, Gold, and Godly, and the simplified God, which is jaw. So I hope that helped you guys out today. Those are 4 of my probably 8 or 9 different blocking calls that I have in my system here in the Power Wing Beast offense. Because you never know when you set up a certain play how the defense is going to set up, and so you want to be able to adjust each play for the defense. So in our offense, you can adjust your blocking call based on how the defense is setting up. So if you've come in with I usually have a play sheet that has my first blocking call that I want, and then a second blocking call that I want, and I can call that in to the huddle to the quarterback on the play sheet there on a risk coach. So you guys can think about it. If you liked it, please leave me a like below. If you have any questions or didn't like the video or have any comments, please leave me some comments. I haven't been getting comments lately. I've been getting more on Facebook. Please leave me a YouTube comment if you get a chance and you like the video. That'd be really great. If you want to subscribe to the channel, keep getting updates about free youth football videos from me, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video and want to share it to another coach or a friend, please do so. If you'd like to support me bringing more free video content to the youth football coaching community, please shop my store. I get a percentage of sales. Link is below. I have 2 books out right now, one on defense and one on offense. Links below, and it's over at coachparker.org also. And if you so choose, you can actually hit the donate button and leave me a few bucks there. And all of those things help support me bring more free video content to you and the youth football coaching community. Thanks again for joining me. This is Coach Parker, and hope you get a chance to tune in again. I'll see you next time. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Ciao.